I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective.
Didn't we see them during the last...
The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Uh-oh.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Alright, so... wait. So we're not allowed to investigate Elysian Fields. Which I guess it looks like we could do anyway if we wanted to, but I guess we're not supposed to do so. So let's go to Rancho Escondido. Incomplete Elysian housing development destroyed by fire. Oh, wait, that's
Can
not
you
our
drive to
car.
this one?
What's wrong with a good old-fashioned black and white?
Where's our car? Ah,
You're behind the
take
wheel.
me. Take me anywhere. Herschel, I'll follow you anywhere.
Shame about Jep. The arson desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Want to bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
So are we thinking that Chapman did it? There's not really any evidence connecting him. Well, I mean, aside from the fact that he likes fires and was present at the scene of a couple. Rancho Escondido, 5 p.m.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
That was deep of you, Herschel. Alright, what's
Not
going
gonna
on
tell
here?
you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own
It
property.
is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
play.
mouth son of a bitch!
Oh god, alright, here we go.
That's done it, Cole. We're gonna have to pass it.
Yeah, I actually remember the controls for once. I totally missed what Herschel said, so I hope it wasn't ridiculously relevant. Get out of my way, sir. I'm trying to conduct an investigation. Good God. Stay down. I'm quite finished. Finish him.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Well, first of all, let's see if there's another water heater anywhere to be seen. Because that seems to be a recurring theme in the clues for these cases. Nothing obvious there, though. Can we go inside? Oop. What was that? What was it? Ah! A brick. Okay.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Go Elysian Fields. Great building quality. The hell?
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Well, Phelps's career can't really be much more ruined, so I guess we'll go on and do it. Might as well go all the way, right, Phelpsy?
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Elysian Fields. Gonna ruin our careers, remember? It's gonna be awesome. And there's a giant tree in my way. Clipping. Woohoo! Yeah, I remember we were briefly at an Elysian Fields development office during the previous case, but we left them alone. Elysian Fields, 5 p.m. Sort of a weird name for a company, since it implies death. Isn't the Elysian Fields, like, part of the whole Hades Greek afterlife experience, I think?
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
Well, Mr.
And
Monroe's
that's our
doing
cue. Thanks, ma'am.
pretty well for himself. He's got 2 secretaries, 2 lines of defense.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Alright, Mr. Monroe. Time to get tough.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
No, thank you.
Biggs! We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Elysian linked to arsons.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Well, I certainly doubt that's all there is to it. But I mean, none of these clues actually prove that he does anything but that, but obviously there's reason to suspect there's more, so doubt, I guess. He's got a tough face. This is going to be difficult. If this is doubt, he doesn't have much facial movement to indicate it.
We found a family
Yes.
burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, that's a lie, and a stupid one, because we have the flyers. That's a really stupid lie, sir. I'm disappointed in you. I thought you were smarter than that. Because it had the thing at the bottom, yeah. Lie.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Right, not really. I have this, in fact.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Sure seems that's what we're doing. What's that achievement for? At Leeson Fields, outwit Leland Monroe in discussing his developments or advertising campaign. Awesome. Alright. Local land acquisitions.
Made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Well, he's gotten all twitchy all of a sudden. I mean, obviously we don't have any proof against that, which is why we're here. But, so doubt, I guess. I wish this guy would open his eyes further. He's making me uncomfortable.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history.
You take yourself really seriously, sir.
Yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Alright, talk to me about Rancho Escondido.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning hero.
Okay, well that's bullshit. Your building was falling apart.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Once again, that's a really stupid lie because we touched it and it fell apart. So...
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists.
That's
Do you have any
entirely
suspects?
possible, sir.
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills. Do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD.
No, you're not.
My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
I think you're a dickweed, sir.
Glad to be of help,
Oh,
officer.
shut up. I don't like any of you people.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Do they? Bradley, Paul Jones, Herbert Chapman, Michael Muldoon, Thomas Tafel, Leon Petrov, David Ashworth. None of them are ringing a bell to me, so I guess we'll just tap them and see if the game responds. Oh, that's all we had to do?
Herbert Chapman is on this
It's
list.
Herbert Chapman.
Find the phone.
Oh,
We need to know where
of
we're at
course,
with
Chapman. He's the guy who likes fires.
Your boss is a fine man.
Did she have anything to say to that? I guess not. Alright, let's use the phone.
I survived the war for this?
Wherever it is.
You look at this clown.
That one? Which phone? Ah! Come on.
I was
I
married
don't
by
get
a
it.
judge.
Which phone? Oh, that phone.
Should have asked for a sheriff.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I wonder what KGPL
Phelps,
stands for.
1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thank you.
You mean she can't pull it up in like 5 seconds? She's been able to do it for everything else, for much more complicated questions, really. And we're back here again. Hi, Elsa. I'm surprised you'd even be seen here, folks, after all the shit you went through.
Give me your heart and
Is that Fontaine that just walked in?
'Cause I always kill the things I love.
Oh, no.
Buy me a drink, Cole?
You
No! Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that.
You're not gonna ask me why I'm here?
I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it.
Something quite other.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save the
about...
threats for someone who cares about the boy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you.
You're a douchebag.
Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
You dickweed. Don't talk about Herschel like that. He's a decent guy. Unlike you. Oh god, we're back here again. Phelps, you idiot.
Get the message.